There's a place nestled in the deep forest of western York County, South Carolina. In the village of Hickory Grove is located the 16-acre wood. This is the home of Stephen Owen and his wife, Marie Cheek. It's a veritable Eden for all who come to visit. Surrounded by lush greenery and gardens, there sits an out-in-the-rough woodworking shop and a beautiful little house filled with the creative handiwork of the artistic souls inhabiting that special place. There are marvelous creations that take shape in those woods. Stephen is a lifelong carpenter who has reinvented himself as a craftsman as he recreates unwanted local wood into highly desired functional art. Stephen transforms trees that, for whatever reason, were headed for the landfill into beautifully fashioned furniture, cutting boards, bowls, and utensils crafted from native, salvaged wood that have a style and sense of poise that highlight the inherent beauty of the wood. It is passion for his craft and its role as a permaculture-based endeavor to reclaim fallen trees that provides the energy driving Stephen's vision. This is his story.
I love trees. From that love of the deep woods, I'm really just fascinated by trees in general and just about every aspect of their growth. And why I do what I do, all the designs, all the product choices, bowls, cutting boards, I build for myself essentially. I think about what will I actually make space for in my house or my property, because I really want it to have intrinsic value to the people who buy it. I'm not doing this in any shape, form, or fashion because of anything other than just because I actually love doing it like this. I'm not a sitter and a watcher. I like the deep woods. I like to hunt, I like to fish, I just like being out. And what fascinates me the most are the deep, dark forested areas, large, mature hardwoods where the sun barely reaches the ground. I love the way it smells. I've been in that environment by choice ever since I can remember. And I can identify, any time of year I can identify pretty much 99% of the tree species that grow within a 5-state area of here.
Tell me the theme that makes 16-acre wood what it is.
There's an easy way to kind of dial it in. There's a design concept called permaculture, and the philosophy states that the raw material for the waste product for one venture should become the raw material for another venture, and there should be an ever-descending line of things produced out of that waste material until the end there is no waste material. So the way I kind of see it is the waste product that I use is the waste product from the tree removal service and the arborists who come and removed damaged, diseased trees, trees cut for development that normally are going to get chipped and landfilled.
Where does your inventory to do this come from?
Rock Hill primarily.
What has to happen in order for you to get this raw material?
Most of the time it's the tree service themselves will call me and say, Steve, we've got an interesting tree species that we know you like. You're going to like this tree. Sometimes it's homeowners that actually friends of friends, and as I've been getting better known, historic societies.
How did that relationship, where are those roots?
I work farmers markets, grower-only farmers markets, and I'm pretty upfront about my business model in that I only take trees from I call it urban trees that are on their way to the landfill. Reclaiming fallen trees, because Marie came up with that, which I love because it says it all, because I reclaim fallen trees and I love trees that have no commercial value. I had always had this idea of harvesting my own trees, working with wood taken from the tree, from the very source, and not buying the wood. I love handling the trees themselves. I like wrestling with big, large, heavy logs. I like the challenge. We collect what we consider the best hickory nuts off the property and replant them. I've planted literally hundreds of trees since I've been here. I like to prune them. I have no problem pruning and shaping my trees in my orchard. You know, like I said, I monitor which saplings are going to be the replacement shade trees on the property. I like to manage the forest, and it's really when, and then you know, in the same respect as a woodworker, I know what's inside of each tree from the standpoint of the raw material for my trade.
Yeah.
And through reading as a young man, and I love primitive technology, you realize that each tree species has very specific uses for mankind. Whether it be trees that don't like to, wood that doesn't like to split, you know, like sweet gum and elm are terrible to try and split for firewood. Well, that very nature makes it perfect for the hub of a wagon wheel,
Right.
because it won't split. It makes it great for bowls because it doesn't like boats. Certain parts, the stem, the keels,
like that,
the rudders,
yeah.
the spars. You know, those are great for that. Whereas hickory, you know, it will split very easy. It's not